I've been staying in South Korea for a while. For more than a while, actually. I haven't left this country for 4 years. And while I still enjoy discovering this place, it was time to travel somewhere new, even if it was for a little bit. When the opportunity came up, I took my backpack and a camera and went for a trip abroad. And that is a short story of how I ended up here in Manila. Though my mic is broken, so I'm gonna try to get a new one. But before I tell you why I'm here, I'd like to show you around a little bit. There are 3 food places slash, restaurants that I want to try in life. The first one is Albek, the second one Chipotle, and the third is Tim Hortons. Even though Tim Hortons is something that I haven't really prioritized that much, it was usually Albek if I had the chance to, and Chipotle. I didn't know that there is a freaking Tim Hortons here in Manila. I thought it's just Canadian thing. I mean, I am going. I have so many past long distance memories that I made with Tim Hortons. I cannot skip. This is it. This is the moment I tried Tim Hortons for the first time in my life. And boy, was this a special moment for me. I've been here for a while. It's only 8 a.m. I've been to 2 cafes already. I want to visit a camera shop to get a microphone, but that one is also closed. Everything seems to be open from 9 and 10, camera shops maybe from 11, so I'm just really wandering around, taking pictures and just exploring. I have no plan so far. And let me tell you, it is hot here. When I came from Korea, it was -1 or something like this. Maybe nights were even colder. But now here it's proper summer and I'm sweating. That beautiful creature is also very hot. Oh, he or she saw me. So the thing here, it's Thursday, and more or less like Seoul, there is not much to do in the morning. I wanted to get a new mic, but malls are open from 10 or 11 a.m. Very familiar with that. There is this place that I wanted to show you, which opens at 9 a.m. and that is where we'll be going next. Apparently this is one of the places where you can see a lot of cats. I like it already. I'm currently at Intramuros. If I'm not wrong, this is how the place is pronounced. This is basically an old city of Manila, and then this is where a lot of the past is still preserved, just because of different architecture and just the way things look like. The main attraction, I guess, for me today in Manila is Fort Santiago, and that is something that I would like to maybe spend a little bit more time on showing you. Fort Santiago is basically a fortress inside of the walled city of Manila, which is Intramuros. Some of these structures have been restored, some of these are left the way they were after wars and all this time. But yeah, it's a piece of history of not only Manila but also the country itself, and it was interesting for me to visit and see what structures that were built hundreds and hundreds of years ago would look like today.
And this is what the main entrance to the fort looks like. I've decided to come to SM Mall of Asia, which is right by Manila Bay, and the Ferris wheel. But remember when I said I was gonna tell you why I'm here in the first place? One of, I think, a few reasons why is that I really wanted to get stamps. I really wanted to visit new places and have it be recorded on my passport, since the passport that I have now is not the passport that opens the most doors, but that is not to say that, you know, doors cannot be opened. There are still steps that I can do to improve my travel history, to see new places and create content all at the same time. And basically leave Korea. It's been many years since I didn't leave Korea, and it's not okay. Alright, so it's this beautiful place, and this time around, during not really at dusk time, but I think it's getting there, I will be saying goodbye to Manila. My time here is up. I have yet to be in another place. Let's see how that goes, and I will let you know whenever we meet there. I have arrived to Ho Chi Minh City, and this is the beginning of again short time of me spending here. Alright, I'll be visiting a bami place that I found while flying actually from Seoul to Manila, and this is what the airplane magazine mentioned. Let's try some good bami. I found this little park a little before getting my banh mi, but this is where I'll be having breakfast, I guess, just so I can properly sit and talk in a quieter environment. I also forgot to mention that I'm currently in District 1 in Ho Chi Minh and starting to get to know the city and maybe a part of the country through the architecture and food. I had banh mi before in Korea, but this is the first time having it here. It's really good. So inside my banh mi is grilled pork. I see cucumber, I see onion, more green vegetables and sauce. So far that's what it is. The bread itself is one of the best bread I've ever had in my life, and that makes a big difference, and combine it with fresh vegetables, meat and local spices. I think this is the perfect breakfast menu for me. I'm currently at this small closed kind of square, and I'm really happy that there are not many cars around and bikes, because a lot of the times it's chaotic, literally chaotic. I want to show you at least a little bit what it feels like to cross the road, because this is a very similar situation with Manila. I think it's totally doable. It's just you really have to be careful or follow the locals, because I'm still struggling. I mean, yeah, it's something new to me, but I think I'm getting better from the first time I was here. Oh, this is the road. Technically, this is the crosswalk. There is no light. Let's see how we can do it. Okay. Yeah, this was one of the simpler ones, I think, but it's much easier to do when somebody else is doing it with you, or I just follow somebody. Otherwise, I feel like it's very, very difficult to just walk past the road that has very consistent traffic coming in. And that behind me is a city hall made in a French colonial architecture, and it's been a very, very spacious place, I guess, this square. It's really hot. I'm actually looking for the coffee shop right now because I think it's time. And I'm not just looking for any coffee shop, I'm heading to one particular one, but it's allowed me to walk through this very, very long alley in Ho Chi Minh, and I think I'm enjoying it. I'm getting to know places, I'm learning to cross the road, and the weather is beautiful. It's still too hot, but I like it. So unfortunately the coffee shop I wanted to go to is not there, or at least I wasn't able to find it. So I'm just walking through the same area, District 1, towards Saigon River. Alright, so I do understand that probably the path that I chose randomly, kind of, is one of the touristy spot paths that doesn't really show a lot of what the actual city looks like. But I'm still happy because I walk around, I take pictures, there is architecture, there are views, there are still things to see and do, and I'm honestly, in one day I don't really have any plans to like really dive into what the city has to offer. I'm just trying to get the feel of the city, maybe again make some content, hopefully try a lot of fruits or drinks and coffee and stuff like this, and yeah, just get used to the country a little bit, because I do want to come back probably to Hanoi at some time in the future, because that is where most of my friends are, for a proper, time out. I kind of want to make it a thing to drink as many of the fruit things and drinks as possible, because I think it's a good place to do that. This is the first time I see this, but I already want this in Korea. It's just not the full plastic here, but only a part of the back is used. Also, I think I'm much better at crossing the streets now. I can even vlog now and cross the streets. I decided to change the direction a little bit, and I'm currently walking through some sort of a small market street, checking out the food and fruits and stuff like this. Alright, and now I am here at a place, like a small mini district, which is called Mini Tokyo or Mini Japan, here in Ho Chi Minh City. I was just curious to see what it is like inside, because there is like a big wall and around, and it can be like a closed space with food and other small shops that are usually, I think, Japan related. And yeah, I was just curious to see what it is like here. But yeah, I guess what I read about this place is that there are a lot of tourists from Japan and businessmen in Japan over here, and lots of businesses were open to support the needs of those Japanese people who live and work here as well. So this is one of the stories of this place, and the more lovely, I don't know how much of this is true, story is that a local Japanese businessman came here and fell in love with a local girl, and he decided to stay, and that was the beginning of that place. However, the article that I read said that is not true. It's just a beautiful thing to say, but we'll see. Anyway, I was happy to visit the place. Even though it's hotter here than in Manila, I enjoy the environment more. I like how I think it's a little bit less chaotic in many different ways. And yeah, I'm enjoying the food, I'm enjoying the drinks, I'm enjoying the fruits, and of course there is way more at least to me, architecture and the streets to take advantage of, because it's just amazing how beautiful it is here, and I'm really getting the hang of crossing the streets. Alright, so I have come to the hotel room to basically rest a little bit, escape the heat, and I will be meeting a friend of mine, Tram, and it's really nice because it's for the first time I'm meeting a university friend who I used to know for many years, not in Korea, abroad. Usually people come to Korea and I meet them there. Now I'm the person who is coming to other countries. It's very nice.
So after dinner and catching up, which I didn't film, Tram showed me this local 4-story building. While it doesn't look like anything special from the outside, it has really cool cafes and bars on the inside. There are several floors here, and it's a combination of an old interior and 4 floors of cafes inside that create just a unique environment that I don't remember seeing before. Oh, and I got the chance to be on a bike with Tram, and that in itself was a beautiful wrap-up of my one day in Ho Chi Minh City.
The train is leaving in 5 minutes, and I think I'm being very lucky. I have no idea how much it even costs, I know, in this currency. I will calculate later, but this is the platform. Alright, I'm currently at KL Central in Kuala Lumpur, and this is my last destination for this 3-day trip. This is my shortest destination as well, because right now it's currently almost 2 p.m. and my flight back is at 11 p.m. So it gives me not that much time actually, including the fact that I'll have to go back to the airport and go through immigration one more time. But I'll try to make the most out of the place in whatever amount of time I have. Hello, Fatima. I just arrived to the central market, and I will take a short walk from here throughout this place and then try to find Petronas Towers. First things I want to say that I like is that it's architecture. I still have yet to see where it's all coming from, but its buildings are different. They are not like super tall. Of course they have like skyscrapers and all, but different colors, different designs, different architecture. So far it looks very fun. This was a very small part of the central market, because there is also the whole different part inside the building, which is like this next to me. I'm gonna walk around a little bit. I still didn't eat, and oh, look at this, how beautiful. Just another situation. Just look at how colorful this is. It's not all new, it's not all tall buildings or, you know, something that is like super unique when it comes to architecture. But it's colorful and it's different, and it's something that, I don't know, brings up the mood pretty well in me. I'm looking at a lot of the different architecture that I saw in Korea. It's plain boring, to be very honest, but here it's really nice. this is like the first thing that I see, and of course I'm snapping a lot of pictures just because this is how I see the city, through the people that are on the streets, through the buildings, through the like simple infrastructure, and me being drawn to architecture and streets. This is the first thing I notice, especially when I'm at the place for such a short time. But also, thankfully, so far this city has a really big number of trees, I think, and then that basically means that you don't. Oh, nice! I love their black plates here. It's, I think, the best looking plates, car plates that I saw in my life. Anyway, I really like the trees and the fact that whenever you walk, a lot of the times you are under the trees, and it helps a lot with the hot weather here. So yeah, big plus. Alright, we made it. Unfortunately, it's gotten very rainy here, so it's not as peaceful and it's not as easy to take pictures and videos, but I made it to Petronas Towers. And I actually spent some time in the mall, KLCC Mall, thanks to Reja's suggestion. And I also saw an F1 car. I believe it's an actual F1 car. I don't know if it's a replica of some sort on the wall, because the company here that owns this towers, Petronas, is one of the sponsors for my favorite F1 team, and it's Merckx. So yeah, it has been the highlight of my day, if not the entire trip. I am really happy to see the black Mercedes F1 car, and it's, I think, the first time I see it in real life, and especially this close. So yeah, it's a highlight. I'm right now by the small park that is right in front of the towers, Twin Towers. We're gonna figure out what to do next. I have a couple of hours more to spend outside. I'll just walk around, take pictures, take videos, see the city, feel the environment that the city has. Alright, so these are basically the stamps that I got after visiting Manila, Ho Chi Minh and Kuala Lumpur, and it's not only the stamps that I'm after, it's the experiences that I've received, it's the memories, the footage, and overall the feel of traveling after being in one country for 3-4 years is very new, and I like it. And just like I think I mentioned before, I am more motivated to travel again, and now that I'm back in Seoul, it's really good to look back at the memories that I captured and plan the next trip. Thank you for watching this till the end. I tried to put as much content as possible in the very short time that I spent traveling, but I hope you enjoyed it. And this is a beautiful Namsan Tower. See you in the next one.